Hey, what's up? Today I want to discuss the subject of race. And I know people are tired, like people are tired of hearing about race. People don't want to hear about racism and all this other stuff. But the truth is that it exists, and I'm quite frankly tired of it. What sparked this little, rant in me is the other day I was on AOL and I was reading about this story about this cop who was bragging, not bragging, my bad, wrong word. He was like joking about somebody's death. Like he was a police officer and he just basically witnessed like a homicide of a guy who got shot. It was a drug dealer. He got shot. Like the story never mentioned the race of the guy who got shot. But anyway, the cop was, making jokes like, "Oh, how it was so funny, y'all should have saw it. Oh, he was like twitching and he got shot right here, and then he was next to a liquor store, and blah blah." And he was just making a joke out of it. And then the cop also was making fun of the mom when she identified her son's body, and it was wrong. It was a very wrong thing. And then I was reading the comments underneath the story, and of course, people got into race. Like, okay, it's a drug dealer, so it had to be a black person, right? Whatever. They never said the race of the victim. Like that wasn't even what the story was about. But one little comment that somebody mentioned that struck a nerve in me was that they said something like, "Well, if you look at it, I don't even know how it came up. Like it wasn't even it was off topic, but he was talking about blacks are the dirtiest amongst people, and if you look at they're talking about the yards, and even Mexicans have nice yards and blah blah blah." And I'm just like, where does he get his information from? Like seriously, like the problem that people have is the fact that when they're looking at race, they don't they got to think about classes of race also. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare the middle upper class white man to the lower class black man and have that be a fair comparison. That's not fair. You have to compare, if you're going to compare race in anything, you have to compare race in class levels, such as, okay, you compare the white lower class to the black lower class, and then you can make an equal comparison. And if you see, there's probably not much differences. You'll find drugs, you'll find violence, you'll find alcohol abuse, you'll find domestic abuse, you'll find dropout rates, you'll find single mother rates, you'll find that in both low class communities. So you can't just say it's all black people and the people who are not is the exception. That's not fair. Because also, if you think about the media and how the media portrays race, the media always just shows the lower class because the media has that power to just show that. you know Obama is not the exception. There are plenty of black people who are doing something with themselves. And I mean, if you want to compare that, you compare the middle class white guys to the middle class black man, and it's no different. I mean, it's the same. Their perspectives on things are different because their perspectives are socially constructed, whereas, they're going to look at things differently because of how society treats them and because of the media and the stereotypes that people put on them. I wish that we can live in a society that where we can say we're colorblind. But we just can't do that. We can never say that we're colorblind because we have to acknowledge that color exists and that there are differences in the way people treat each other because of these stereotypes. If we got rid of stereotypes, we got rid of racism, then yeah, we can live in a colorblind society. And another thing that bothers me also about people in their racist comments is the fact that I be on YouTube, watching videos, and it can be a video, and has like, it just so happened to have a black person in it. And then the comments, people are just like basically attributing things and saying negative things about him basically because he's black. And I'm like, the video has nothing to do with him being black. It has nothing to do with any of that. But why are you sitting here calling him the N-word and calling him this and calling him that? And, it just bothers me. And basically, it's all. And the reason why I know some people will say, oh yeah, well, it's just the internet. People gonna say whatever on the internet, just piss people off. But you have to think of it in terms like this. It's easy to say stuff when when people can't see you. it's easier to say stuff on a computer and to be racist, but it also shows that it hasn't gone away. That people still feel this way inside. It's easy to mask it. It's easy to pretend. It's easy to act like you don't feel that way, but really do. And it's just sad. It just pisses me off when I see that, because I'm like, I don't fall into those stereotypical categories, so don't label me into that, And I don't know, just stuff like that really bothers me, and people just need to get over it. And also, like, this whole N-word thing. I'm really getting tired of that word. Like, basically, like, I don't use the word because of its negative connotation throughout history. And but also, if we stop putting a meaning to that word, then the word is nothing. It's just a word that has no meaning. And basically, I don't even think it really does anyway. And plus, even if you do put a meaning on that word, then it can be applied to, like, anybody. Like, N-word, if it means a lazy person, I'm sorry, but all races have their lazy people. Trust me. It's true. Everybody's the same. And, I mean, like, if you put, okay, that's my homie, the N-word's me, oh, my homie, my friend, and anybody can be that. So I'm just saying, like, don't give the word a meaning. That's why I kind of just, like, don't even say the word anymore, because it's so controversial. Everybody's, like, tripping over that dang word. Oh, you can't say it, but we can. And I'm just like, you know what? Just get rid of the word out, period. And I know you can't abolish the word. It's just easy to say. But I'm saying, since you can't abolish it, then everybody should just say it and kind of give it a new meaning. Whether it be a negative meaning or a positive meaning, give it a new meaning so that it can apply to everybody. So that it won't be seen as such a racial slur. I don't know. It's just annoying. Cause I'm just tired of hearing about it. I'm just tired of everything about racism. Like, I think all racist people should just kill themselves and rid the world of its ignorance. Because you're the racist people, seriously, are the reason why people hate America anyway. The way that they treat their own citizens. I mean, we're not as bad as other countries, but I mean, I don't know. I don't want to go into that, because then I'm just gonna stop knowing what I'm talking about after that. But I just think, I don't know, we just need to stop that. I mean, America is such a culturally diverse nation, and it's like, what's the point of being racist? Like, nobody's better than the other. Like, that's just, it's not. Nobody's smarter, better. It depends on where you're from, how you're raised, and your perspective on life. It has nothing to do with your genetic code, and just because you're black, your brain's is smaller. I mean, that's old lies, old, racist lies that they try to use to make it seem like white people are better back then. That's the thoughts of white supremacy from way back when. So we just need to stop with this. Stop it all. Okay? And don't be leaving no negative racist comments on my stuff trying to be funny, because it will be deleted and blocked. Okay? I'm just trying to make a point here that racism, I don't get it. Like, why be racist? Like, I don't get it. Like, what's the point of racism? I just think that it needs to just be done with. In a perfect world, but, of course, it's not a perfect world. I just wish there was, like, something that people could do. And I wouldn't know where to even begin. Education. I think that all schools from middle school on up should have, like, a sociology class, a race and gender class that focuses on, all that, because that would put things in better perspective. And I think everybody needs to be taught this at an early age, about race, and that nobody's better than the other, so they can just stop. But I think as the generations start to come up, that it gets easier, that racism might, like, decrease a little bit, because more people grow up with each other, I guess, more integrated, the more, they stop being that way. But if their parents, grandparents still teach them this ignorance, then it won't end. So I think we need to teach this kind of stuff in school, and it's very important. I mean, it's more important than I'm trying to think of something that you don't really need in school. Okay, you need a lot of stuff in school. Okay, maybe music. You don't need I don't know. What do you learn in school? They need to teach it. I don't care. They need to take out something out of the curriculum and put in some kind of race thing, some kind of social, not social studies. Social studies is basically focused on history. Social studies need to focus on like the world around us that we live in today and how we can adapt to this world. So we can get rid of prejudice, the isms, and all that stuff. But anyways, I'm just kind of babbling about nothing. But I mean, that's just my thoughts. That's just something that's just been bothering me, and that's it. Peace.